Friends, Malika here from Malika Semper Astrology, and we have my favorite moon cycle coming in this weekend. We are building towards a brand new moon. So we're in this balsamic moon phase, which is just a quieting down, the ending of something and the beginning of something new coming in this weekend. The new moon will be in Leo. It'll be exactly at 12 degrees of Leo, Sunday, August 4th, which is my brother's birthday. And it's a quieting down time. Even though Leo, the archetype, is an extroverted energy, it tends to be extroverted. The secret with Leos is that they portray oftentimes to be extroverted. They're sort of pushed into the spotlight, onto the stage, but the secret is that they're really shy inside. They don't necessarily like to be in the spotlight, yet they find themselves there all the time. You know, we hear about Leos being the actors and wanting a lot of attention. However, sometimes when they receive all that attention, they just want to blend into the wallpaper. Is that how the saying goes? They just want to blend into the background because there's always this question with Leo of, am I good enough? Am I performing good enough? Do you like me? Do you see how good I'm doing? You know, they need that external validation, and it does create a shyness to Leo. So they made this huge big promise to be in the spotlight and to receive all this attention. Yet a lot of them are really internally very shy, shy around receiving all that attention, shy around being seen, yet they promise to be seen. So when we have this extroverted sign falling into a new moon, we do turn inward. Okay, so under a double Leo sky, the sun and the moon are meeting up, 12 degrees of Leo. When we have a double Leo sky, it is fiery, it is passionate, it is creative, it's about self-expression, it's about really honoring the queen or the king inside the self, right? Leo is such a royal sign, a royal archetype, if you will. And this weekend, we have the opportunity to treat ourselves like royalty. The key is not to expect it from other people, but to give yourself that, right? Um, to just sort of like wine and dine yourself on this beautiful new moon weekend would feel really good. You know, treat yourself to your favorite dinner. Draw yourself a really luxurious bath with, like, I'm envisioning like rose petals and essential oils and lit candles just for yourself, because Leo is also the sign of self-love, the inner child, and doing that self inner work. So it's a beautiful weekend also to drop in and do some inner child work, you know, reflecting back on, what did 8-year-old you love to do? What brought 8-year-old you such immense joy? Take out the paints, take out the crayons, take out your art supplies, um, take out your, I'm just making stuff up here, your jewelry kit. Weave together beads and make jewelry. You know, it is a time where we are being really creative, but internally and quietly and introspectively, all new moon words, creative. We can be dramatic, we can be theatric under this double Leo sky, but really feeding the self. Leo does require a lot of external validation to feel like they're even here, to feel like they're even a part of this world. They need to be seen. They need to be validated in some way. So this weekend, I encourage you to give that to yourself and do the practice of not seeking it from external forces, but really inner validation, inner love, inner care. Right. We can be super creative under this new moon sky. So we are planting seeds for the next 28-day cycle. So looking at your life and saying, what do I want to really bring to fruition? What kind of lifestyle do I really want to um, live in and live out and actualize into reality? We have this amazing creative sky right now where we can really sit down and get really romantic about our lives and romantic about ourselves. And our heart energy is so big under a double Leo sky that we can really create from the heart. It requires, this weekend requires a lot of self-expression, the allowance for self-expression. You can plant really big seeds because under a double Leo sky, we tend to do things theatrically and dramatically, and we want grand gestures of creativity and love and romance. Puppy's barking in the background. Her moon is in Leo. She was born with a Leo moon. I don't know if you guys can hear her. So she's super excited about this new moon. Um, so allow yourself to get really creative. Allow yourself to set a really sacred space for yourself that feels juicy and passionate and romantic, and light the candle and have the moody lighting on and sit and create the life you want to create for yourself for the next 28-day cycle. And then we can reassess with the new moon coming in about a month. Um, it's also a time where we're feeling a lot of bigger feelings under a double Leo sky. And those might be romantic feelings. You might feel brave enough to do a grand gesture of love or romance or a declaration of love, preferably to the self. With Leo, I always want to come back to the self and make sure we're doing that self-love because, like I said, they are so externally motivated, and they need the people around them to feed them energy of validation, right? But if we could give that to ourselves under a double Leo sky, what a beautiful thing, right? It's fire, right? We're under a double fire sky, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity for transformation, right? Fire transforms. We have the opportunity to sort of burn things down with this fiery sky and then rebuild, plant something new, right? Um, so very creative, a lot of self-expression, feed the self, to nurture the inner child, big heart energy. It's a beautiful double Leo sky, and take advantage of it this weekend. We're building towards it, so this whole weekend we can feel that sort of going internal. And it will also bleed into Monday morning as well, the Leo sky. Okay, you guys, enjoy. Thanks for watching.